up, guys? Let me make some room here. Clean some stuff off. Gotta run a little behind. Hope everybody has a safe New Year. Didn't get too crazy. I stayed home. Built shelves for my wife out of some of that walnut that I have. So, like half the furniture inside I've made now. Let's see who's here. I was actually checking Joshua. Oh, what's up, Nick? How you doing, Josh? Who's that before Josh? Oh, Jeff, what's up? Oh, Jeff, no, I know, I saw that. I got mine rocking right back there on the wall. Right there. Greg is cooler than the other side of the pillow. He's an awesome guy. But yeah. I fat fingered it and now it won't keep rolling. Michael Lane, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I hope you had a happy New Year. Yeah, well, hey, it can't get. I done trees my whole life, and 2020 not only had coronavirus, but basically while we're dealing with that whole thing, I make the biggest mistake of my career, and other than the mistake of trying to use that stupid stand, yeah, I make a crazy mistake and end up stupid. Come on. I'm gonna start cussing here in a minute. You guys seasick yet? Let me try. Oh, it just won't stay no more. I still got a pencil in my pocket. I'm drawing holes to draw on the wall. I forgot what I was saying now. Oh, yeah, I fell and embarrassed the hell out of myself. Still feel I feel embarrassment about that every time I bring it up, and anytime anybody hears about it, they want the full explanation. And it's tough to do. It's like I wish it was over with and gone by now. Francisco, how you doing, buddy? Not sure if you saw. Oh, are you serious, Nick? Not sure if you. Really? Oh, dude, that is awesome. Thank you. That is cool. I appreciate that. That is, yeah, man. I am so like not hip to this whole technology thing. Like I can't even clip a phone on. One more time and then I'm gonna call it quit. It's gotta stay on there. Come on. I don't understand why it keeps falling. Yeah, I'm so not into this whole technology bit, and I have trouble with it. So I do good editing the videos, and like even the new cameras, I'm sketched out about upgrading, so that then I have to learn the new ways of editing, and I don't know if I gotta have new software, because I run everything through my phone so I can make it as easy as possible. Oh, I don't remember who sent me this Blue Mill sock cap. They sent it to me last year, but whoever it is, let me know. I appreciate it. This thing is awesome. It is so comfortable. It's got like a knitted top in it, like on the inside here. Look how shaggy my head is. So it's like, it's so warm, so nice, and I've still yet to get a haircut. So one of these days. I am holding up pretty good, Michael. Yeah, this camera's being ridiculous. Yeah, Dan, I try. Try to learn. Oh, Kellen, what is up? How are you? Hope you had a good New Year, bud. Really do. Um, right, I'm old school. Yeah, it's the new stuff's tough, but I do my best to try to keep up with it as much as I possibly can. Picked up a few new things for Christmas. I got this new log roller. It's a 58-inch PV hook. It says, but I don't know a whole lot about these. They had three different kinds. One picked up in the middle, which I found to be incredibly weird. I wish they wouldn't have welded this. So I wish it was still adjustable so you could move it wherever you wanted. But I guess I could grind them welds off and then it would move. But if you look there, they've welded it so that it's stationary and you can't, because they couldn't get away with selling multiple sized ones if they didn't make it stationary. It would be adjustable, so you could put it to whatever size log that you want. Um, the other one that was there that was kind of like this had this little, like, kind of went up and it was flat. So I don't know if I made the right decision on getting this, but I think I'm gonna. It's real blunt there. I think I'm gonna sharpen that a bit so that it bites a little bit. But yeah, I don't know if I made the right decision for the tip. I don't know. I've never used one of these, so I'm kind of stoked to use it. I'm afraid to touch the phone. I know I'm. Oh, I'm so behind on comments. Yeah, it's You made your own, huh, Michael? Awesome. I'd like to see the ones that people have made. Those are always cool. I love doing stuff like that. Uh, oh, what's up? Well, we're just full of Michaels today. That is awesome. I don't understand the one. Yeah, those are for people that want to just cut chunks of wood, I guess. You know, if you're gonna do, let's say you're doing a review channel and you're reviewing chainsaws, you just want to cut biscuits. You think about it, that little stand-up one would be pretty cool, where you flip it and you flop it all the way over, and the log would stand up. It would hold it and keep it from kicking all over the place. But for me, you know, I just need to be able to roll one and get some leverage on it. On chunks of wood, when you got it basically cut and you just want to roll the log. I hate telling the guys that, no, you never cut through. I don't ever want you to cut through because you can always roll the log or roll the piece. Um, that's kept them to where they haven't messed the chains up as much. So I try to stick to that and keep them doing that. But now with this, I'll feel a little bit better about it, telling them you have to roll the log. So that'd be a bit easier. All my gear's out because the last day I worked, it rained on me pretty hard, froze. I was actually working for a subscriber, which was really cool. Larry Wildwood, I believe. Um, Larry was awesome. Threw me like a $50 tip at the end. So he said he had been looking for a chance to donate to the channel, and I guess that was an easier way for him to do it. That was awesome. Did a bit of work for him. Got a little bit of footage. I wish I would have recorded his back tree because we were doing pruning, which was spikeless. And the back tree leaned over the house real hard, so I'm up in it. I actually accessed it from the roof. Then there was a limb, just the last limb, and it went clean over the house. And so I'm like over here, and it is level with me, and I only had a tie-in right above me. So I used my grapple hook and threw it over here and actually transferred myself and floated across until I got to it. And I think he may have got some pictures of it, but I didn't even think about it. I think I was recording in the tree, the camera went dead and I was over it. I needed to get it done. I'm glad I did and I didn't waste any more time recording because it ended up raining on me. and all my gear got wet, but I had just greased everything back up, let it set inside and dry, and everything should be really good now. I like to clean my stuff up as much as possible on the regular if I can, but been looking at my saddle and I think I'm definitely gonna have to upgrade with it. Ironworks, how heavy is that PV over an old school wood one? It's pretty, it's let's see, it's 15 pounds maybe. It's not that heavy. This piece weighs nothing. It looks like aluminum, but like some cast, or I don't know what that is. It almost looks aluminum. Here. No, it's metal. I don't know. Maybe it's cast or something. But it's really light, so the hook part of it is really cool. Like I said, I've never used one. Got a new welder. Just a it's just a flux welder. The same thing that I welded everything for my trailer up with. That I did the bollard, and I converted the winch crane. That was my brother's that I was using, but I just got one over Christmas, and so we'll be doing some welding. It's kind of like the one that if you some of you probably watch. Why am I having a brain fart right now? The kid that shoot, I don't know why I can't remember his name. Greg Odom. Yeah, he was just doing some welding and built a really neat little table. I'll show you guys. I've just built shelves for the house out of that walnut. So like now there's like 5 or 6 pieces of furniture in there, all made from the same tree. And I just kind of freehanded everything, and then used like a little thumbnail planer and a sander and just some time. I kind of am a person that always needs something to do. If not, like I get stir crazy. So having a YouTube channel is nice. When I do get like that, I can always just go live or work on a video, or which helps out because I always need something to do. Michael, you're Lane. You sound a lot like me, so I forgot to ask you a few weeks ago. What is the best knot to tie a friction ring? I don't have this. Okay. Okay, Scott. Here, let's do that. Let me catch up on a couple of these, Scott, and then on these comments, and then I'll try to show you. Make it sharp, huh? Okay, right on. I will. Oh, Greg, what's up? Oh, Gregory Odom. Yeah, I was just talking about you and your welder. I just was showing everybody that I just kind of got one. So, what's up, Scott? Chris, what's up? 15 pounds, not bad. I like it. Yeah, it's really sturdy. Really feels strong as hell. But yeah, it's not heavy though. It seems, and it's long. So I feel like the other one was like a foot or so shorter, which I feel like I would lose a lot of leverage with it. And it had that weird like little flat ending thing on it. So we call hick cam hooks. Look at all them climbing tools. Yeah. And then, here you go, Greg. And then there's a few chainsaws. The 6 or 7 that are in the truck. And then there's a few back over here. I'm working on a Poland. I'll show you. The gas line's messed up, but I got it to fire, and then the damn gas line went out. But yeah, it was so rotten and bad. I guess the lighting in here is not too bad. I worried that it was gonna be crap. Where was we at? How do you sharpen tree spikes, Francisco? Francisco, if you're gonna sharpen a tree spike, you don't want to elongate it. Let's see here. Let me show you real quick. And hey, I didn't forget about the ring, so I'll do that. I hate to not listen to whoever's talking. I try my best here. Hang on. So Francisco, let's say there's your tree spike, okay? Now, when you go to sharpen, don't go making it longer here. Like, don't go bringing this part in. You only want to sharpen that down here. So, go, right in that area. Because you want it to be pointy, but too pointy of a spike is a bad deal. It goes in way too far, and then having to fight your spike to get it out is the worst. But you want almost a blunt sharpness to it, not a needle sharpness, because if it goes in too far, the battle of getting that spike back out will wear you out more than gapping a little harder. So that's just my opinion. That's the way I've always done it. I actually came across a lot of my spikes. I got probably 6 or so sets in there, whether it be like my dad's old ones, my uncles that passed away, one of my dad's buddies that passed away, and then just old sets that I've acquired. So it was really cool coming across them. Hadn't seen them in a long time, so. Oh, yeah, yeah, most people, yeah, I can understand that with the saw. A lot of people don't even want to mess with it. I feel like it's almost best to use one of the guys that are out there right now that everybody goes to, or learn to do it yourself. So, I've got an older model. Awesome. Awesome, Chris. Yeah, I just dropped for a minute, brother. Dang, how old is the Poland? It's not real old. I'll show you which one it is. It's a. It's old enough that it didn't have an actual handbrake. It's one of them ones that has the fake handbrake. Just the piece of plastic. It's a shield. There it is. It's the Super Clean Poland. Made in America, I think it says on it. Yeah. So I'm working on that thing, and I'll get it going eventually. I only cleaned like this plastic, so, but yeah, it had this weird ass little handle that just sat there, and that's your. No, thank you. I don't even want it. If that's all it does, I don't want it. Oh, okay. Now I may get behind on a few comments, but I'm gonna try to answer the question about the ring real quick, because um, that's kind of a tough thing. It depends on how you personally want to do it. Can I ask? I'm gonna skip over. God, I gotta keep the gas. Yeah, do not over sharpen your gas. Yeah, definitely don't over sharpen your gaps. It's a rough thing to deal with. No problem, Francisco. Oh. Right on. Right on. Yeah, Those guys that do the electric work, I'm not a fan of electric, so I respect the hell out of them guys. Um, okay, so who? Mike ordered some rope and a sender descender today from Tree Stuff. Awesome, cool. What'd you get? Um, Whoever asked about the termination for the ring, what kind of ring is it? Because, okay, I don't have one of my rings in here with me, which is a bummer. Um, but I tell you what, I'll use this. Let's use this WD-40 can, okay? Now, if I was going to put that ring on, I personally have become a fan of taking your rope. Now, I will take and make run like a big run in bowling. Or no, not even a run, just a bowling. Okay? Ah, that wasn't supposed to cinch up like that. What am I doing? Oh, forgot what I was doing for a second. Now, typically you would probably put you a stopper knot in there. But let's say you have a bowling. Now you have this. Now the way I like to attach a lot of my rings is I will just find a small enough diameter rope that it does fit down in where you have your grooves here. You know, let's say you have the dip here. I just run it over like this. This way the rope can't change, and the bite that you actually, ooh, I'm gonna, this one need one. The bite that you end up with on this stays. It doesn't transfer, and then you end up having your knot like there, but you girth around it. But the problem with this is, you know, if you have the bend right ring, that's perfect for it. But if, let's say you want to put a bigger size rope on your ring, like you want this rope to be a bigger diameter, you couldn't do this. So in that case, that's when I would use. Now, I'm just giving you my preference. This may not be by the book. This is what I personally use. So, I don't, tell you the truth, I don't even know if I know the name of the knot. Think we're dealing with a scaffold knot, but you go down and go around twice. Go back over and up through. Then what you're left with is a knot that cinches. So you end up with, I wish I had a ring in here so I could just make this all nice and pretty. That's the knot you end up with. And this knot, see, the rope comes back up, and then a lot of times what I'll do is take and tape this on my sling to keep that together. Then also it'll tell me if this is starting to slip out ever, you know. But you would tie that knot, which is I believe a scaffold knot or maybe a double fisherman or something like that. I don't know. I don't really learn the names, but this knot cinches. So you would just put your ring in there and slide it up. Like I said, after you get it to the destination where you've got it good and snug and super tight, then I would say go ahead and take and tape that. That's the reason I use this knot, because of the orientation of the rope where it comes out. It's not a big bulky knot that comes out here, you know, or it's pretty uniform. But I don't know about strength wise if other people would say that it's trustworthy. That's what I use. That's all I can ever give you is just my opinion on what I use. So try that, See if that helps, and we'll see. Like, okay, I tied that hangman knot. Does it on the friction ring, but it doesn't hold the greatest. Oh, you got all gear rings. Tree monkey here, cool. Yeah, try this, and then like I said, what you're gonna do is after you cinch that down. I don't know if you've seen how I tied that, but I should have just tied it without the damn can in my hand. It would have made it a lot easier. But you have your rope. I just go around twice, once, and then one back under. Then after I go around there, I come back up and then through. And you could leave as much of this tail as you want, you know, if you don't want a bunch of it. I like to have a good little chunk of it so that I can get a good snugging down on it. And then I put my ring in there and I would cinch it up. And you really got, I mean, really cinch it up. And you get little to no negative space in there where you would have with some knots. It's pretty flat on there. And then that's when I would tape this and then keep my eyes on it. Keep the end of the rope out, but tape everything, you know, right above it, all the way to the knot. And then that lets you, it gives you something to pay attention to. See if that works for you. That's what I use. Yeah, I use that on a lot of my carabiners, and it has a lot to do with the orientation of the rope where it comes out. Some knots come out sideways, you know. I'm not too much of a fan. Like, trying to remember what knot it is. I think there's, isn't there one that, I don't even remember. Now I can only tie that one, but yeah, that's, hopefully that helped. It's not hard to untie, but you know that's the reason that I suggest the girth hitch, because there's not a knot that's easier than that to undo. You can always hear. I'll show you guys if you're looking for strength in a knot. The last one, that scaffold knot, it's not that hard to untie. I mean, I haven't really had issues really with it. Every knot's got that spot on it that if you get a hold of that one spot and get it to move a little bit, it's like a lock. Like I'll show you with this knot here. I use this knot for 90% of the stuff that I do if I need a strong, like a knot with strength. Or let's say I want to put a ring in the middle of this rope. Then I would use something like an alpine butterfly. So I would go around my hand 3 times. Okay. So then I have this. Now, a lot of guys do some weird thing where they grab it 10 different ways and all this. I just reach under. Okay, I reach under and grab this middle one. And then take it over and put it through. Now watch. Reach under. Grab the second one. Pull it over. And put it back through. And alpine butterfly has always been a knot that you really have to dress. If you don't dress this knot, it could get out of whack and mess up. But, you know, with an alpine butterfly, you have a parallel side and you have a crossing side. So it's just super simple. With this knot, you would grab here and here. There are your points to break it loose. As soon as that comes out, this knot is just ridiculously easy to undo. So that's Alpine Butterfly. I'll show you one more time. 1, 2, 3. I just reach under, grab it, bring it over. Ooh, I really messed that one up. I got it all twisted up. It's a bad version. There's your parallel, there's your crossing. But I don't use that as much as I do a circus knot or a what I've heard called a triple bowline. It's a really easy to tie, nice. On the run, what's up? Dinner with the kids. Baby later. Hey, happy New Year to you too, Chris. Appreciate you being here, buddy. Okay, here's a circus knot. Same thing. 3 loops. Okay? Then it's lift the first, grab the second one, then grab, or hang on, what am I doing? Okay. I was going to tie the Alpine Butterfly again. You have the 3 wraps. Now this time, you just like, let me do it once so I can remember. This one is the easiest. If you can get this pattern down and learn to tie this, this knot has one spot that everything is just held up at, and it's the lock to it, and it's so neat. So there's the knot. It has everything on this lock here. I promise you that this knot is every bit the strength of that Alpine Butterfly. So midline knot, which is awesome. It, you know, can take the pressure from either way without moving. So here's the neat part though. It's all in that. You also have another loop down here, so you can play them too, but everything's in that. As soon as that breaks loose, this comes out, then it's nothing. Untied. So here it is one more time. Well, I guess I need to explain. You'll grab and you'll put like the second one over the first one, then the first one over the third one, then the first one up that one. So I think the easiest way that I've heard it explained is if you just number the loops, let's say 1, 2, and 3, and then you say that, like, okay, you get a hold of one, or no, yeah, okay, you get a hold of 2, then 1, then 3, then 1, then you cinch it up. It's a really good knot. I love it. I use it all the time. It's so, I could dress that a little more. That's where you're seeing that gap. But I use it for tons of stuff. It's so quick to tie, so easy to use, and I have some of my rings that are probably tied on like that, but here it is one more time. 1 under 2, 3 under 1, 2 under 1. I think it was 1. I don't know. I'm a tree climber, not an explainer. But there's a nice dress version of it. Puts little to no pressure up here into this, which is where you have whatever attached. So that's where you can cock that piece and it breaks loose and you're able to release everything from there. It's a nice knot. You can always back it up with a stopper knot behind it if you worry that it could slip. Running ball knot is used the most. when I'm tying a tree. I don't use it a lot, Scott. I really don't. I don't use a lot of knots. Yeah, I guess I just don't use a lot of knots. I prefer my run a half hitch and steel beaners, or running straps with. Then I'll use that's when I'll use a lot of times. If I use a running bowline, it'd be at the end of my rope, and then I'll attach a sling and a beaner to it. Or a lot of times I'll use that circus knot that I was just showing you to go ahead and terminate the end on the rope, so that I have a knot that kind of stops it from going through the rings as well, which is the other thing and reason for it. But I like to have my slings all fixed up. It drives me nuts when I look over and see them all in a mess. So you gotta hold on for my ADD for a second. See? Nice and pretty. Sits on your saddle a lot better, doesn't catch anything. Surprising, like we had the biggest fiasco with the phone. It fell every 5 seconds, and now it does. It just stands. Pork and sauerkraut tonight. Ooh, on the run. That sounds like a good one. With some live stream sweet. Easy like run. Oh my god. No. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's very easy. That circus knot that I showed you. It is so stupid simple to untie after it's been loaded. I mean, I've put some ridiculous amount of weight on. We were using them to winch some big stuff over. We were bending that tree on that cypress, and that's all those knots. I tied all of them up that tag line, and those were all. That's what they were. So, never seen that knot before, but it looks good. It's a nice one. It's really easy to tie, and it's incredibly strong. So, Dan, you be careful, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Happy New Year to you. I hope this one treats you even better than last year did, man. You seem like you kicked last year's ass, and you just got to do the same this year. So it'd be fun to watch. Keep us, you know, entertained and up to date. Is that the real name? Yeah, I believe it's called a circus knot. Like I said, I've also heard it called a triple bowline. So I don't know. Well, it is now for me. Yeah, me too. That's kind of what I said. I actually learned that from Ron Edwards. He goes by Rhino. He's a really good climber. He's out in like that Ohio, Memphis area, I believe. No, actually, he's in Kentucky because he's always repping the Kentucky stuff on his hard hats and stuff. Yeah, he's in Kentucky. Ron's awesome. Sean Simpson. What's up, buddy? How are you, Sean? Can't say I've seen Sean around too much. Where are you at? Where are you from? You guys where I was coming from. Right on. Cool. Cool. Didn't use a battery top handle saw yet. No, Steve. But I've really been thinking about it. To tell you the truth, it's hard to even think about using a different one when I see how, like I watched a study tape where a guy did a bunch of studies on them and tested them, all the ones that they have out on the market right now, and I think that DeWalt had best overall as far as that goes. But I don't think that they tried the Husqvarna one that I watched Reg Coach use. So Reg uses that one from Husky. I would I would maybe, I think if I was to buy one, I'd probably go with that. Or I'm sure that Echo here very soon will probably put out a battery powered top handle, I would think. Um, and I I know since like I don't know, it's probably 5 6 years ago, they had just spent $1 million on a inventions facility or like upgrading facility where they could test their products and make sure the performance and everything was good. So I knew the company had invested a lot of money back into it, and then that's when now you see a lot of guys with these Echo Saws, and I think they did their company a good service by investing as much as they did. At the time, they thought it was crazy. But Alberta, Canada. Hey, I'm located in East Coast. A lot different. Oh, yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. It's the difference between the trees and how they react and stuff. It's got to be night and day. You know. Educated climber has a battery saw. Yeah, I seen that. What what is it though? Is it a Makita or who did I see that had a Makita? Because I think the Makita ends up being pretty good too. Because they're actually Sax Belmar, I believe, own them on Makita right now. I don't know. That's why you don't see their saws out as much as you used to. You got it, Michael. I've been running Huskies probably about 3 weeks, and I think they have a winner. Really? Is that the battery powered, Steve? Anybody have experience doing a quarter inch peak conversion on 2511? I know a lot of people have on the run, and I don't think it's all that hard. And I think you'll. Are you trying to switch off of the quarter pitch and do the 3/8? Because I think if you can, I would stick with that quarter inch Pico and just find maybe a better brand chain. Randy runs a Makita. Right on. Heard Johnson Red is basically a Husky nowadays. Um, Probably. I think so. I think you're right there. Um, a lot of what happened, I think, the reason all the saws are so close and similar, I have a book that like tells the history on steel and what's happened to them over the years since the first thought about them and the guy who invented them and this and that. But when the World War hit, all the patents were controlled, or where things were being made here and stuff. Um, so they were German patents. So we weren't in good terms with Germany, so we decided to leave all their patents open, and that's where companies like Johnson Red and McCullough and all these, maybe not McCullough so much because I think they were on a different stream for making saws, but Husqvarna, Echo, all them, how they caught up so quick and their saws are so similar. Every patent that was a secret that and things that inventions that were there, everything was just kind of up for grabs and they lost everything, and that's why apparently for a long time it was only the older saws here, and there was a period there where you weren't getting any steels into the states. So I don't know. It's a pretty interesting book. I should probably spend some more time reading it and get into detail with it. But yeah, I'm curious if that. I also run a T. Did you say yes? Oh, okay. Let's see. I didn't see Steve. Sorry. If you told me, if that was the battery powered saw. EC is the Husky battery saw. Okay. And what saw were you telling me? The T5. I've heard people say that. I'm not. I ran them. I was not a fan. They feel very weak. I love my 201. My 201 has been running for 6 to 7 years. I've never had to fix anything on it. It's factory. It has ran hard, and for the longest time until Mike Frizzell gave me, or Frizzell gave me that 150, it was the only saw that I ever used. I made a life with that thing, and it never messed up. It was faithful, and it ran like a champ. So I've tried them. I haven't had good luck with them. But I think you can have that with any saw probably. What are you running? What's the run time with the battery? 45 minutes. I don't think so. I think it's more than that. I think it's more than that. I got 90 minutes of use out of Stihl's little battery powered hedge trimmers. I've showed you guys those, right? I was gonna do a video on it in this big long like cool video where it's like right close on the hedge trimmers being used and this, but I could not get into it as I was making it, and I just threw it away. I still have the footage, but it's this thing. I use it all the time. I've done so much shrub work with this thing and ornamental. It's that thing. It comes with that and that, and I believe I got over 90 minutes use with it, so off of a single battery. And that was, they come with these little ones here. Just click in, comes out. Probably needs charge. I'm inside right now. I should probably charge. But yeah, they're really easy to hook up. Pretty nice. You just take it, the butt end in first, and they're pretty strong. As long as you keep them sharp. But yeah, I've had really good luck with this. I think I got it Father's Day a few years ago, and a year, maybe it's probably been 2 years, and I used the heck out of them, and they just keep on running. So the battery life has to be better than 45 minutes. It has to. There's no way. There's no way that. We'll see. See if anybody else knows. Use the spring save U mounts because of, yep. Yeah, I heard that too. Sounds of the 70s. I got and Mac, they're heavy. Yeah. Well, I think some of them are 4-stroke chainsaws, aren't they? They're not. They're not the same as normal saws. I don't know. I don't know anything about them. What is the name of the book about Stihl history? Shoot. I don't know where it's at. Hang on just a second. It's gotta be here somewhere. Hang on. Let me up in this stuff. I gotta find. I have some. I have some stickers left. Only a few stickers, but we'll do some kind of a giveaway or something, and maybe I'll give a few stickers away here coming up. Let's see. Oh, I got something else to show you guys. How many people? We still got 15. Well, before I run everybody off, I want to say thank you A huge thank you to Jared Sprague. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not. But Jared is so awesome. Jared actually sent me this zigzag. He was the guy that gave me the zigzag. Love this thing. Use it like faithfully now. But I come home right before Christmas, and Jared had sent me. He made an order through like Cheryl or Tree Stuff and just sent it to me. Just the coolest thing I've ever. I mean, check it out. He gets me two brand new throw balls from Notch. I kind of get a new buff right here. This sticker, I love this sticker because I actually have the shirt of it. It's from Petzl. It says Petzl kind of towards the top. But a couple stickers. Check out this Mario Brothers one. It's for Tree Stuff. This is funny. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that all that close. Come on, focus in. Nah, you can't. He's got like a silky in his hand and everything. Mario does. And that's a chipper right down there. But, yeah, Jared sent me... Oh, and that's not even it. Check it out. Also, sends in it a brand new thing of throw ball string from Notch. This stuff is killer string, too. Love that. And then as I go to tell him thank you and message him and talk to him, he tells me, oh, there's another one coming. There's another throw ball coming. It was on back order. And I'm like, what? You gotta be kidding me. So, Jared, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm sure that footage will probably slip into one of the videos eventually, so. Yeah. Oh, he's here. Nee, what's up? Jared is actually neat. Yeah, dude, that was so awesome. I came home, it blew my mind. Here it is. Then here's some of the old magazines that I'm in. From Bartlett and Cheryl and I don't know. I think there's one from the other place. What is that? Bartlett, Cheryl, and Westburg. Here it is. Steel American. Written by Stan Crater. Here I'll tell you. Here's this what the back says. Legacies are not easily built. They take dedicated individuals who are willing to risk everything, work hard, and be examples of excellence. The electric group of the pioneers who laid the foundation for steel's success in America could not have been more different from each other, but they shared a common drive and character that has proven the test of time. Steel American features the amazing stories of these pioneers, including it has a descendant of Daniel Boone's sister who first sold steel saws in America during the 1930s, a Jersey boy who, after fighting his way across France and Germany, found himself near a spot where the chainsaws were invented. 20 years later, he secured a one-page contract to sell steel in North America. A young native boy orphaned during the Osage Reign of Terror who grew to be an Osage Indian chief and introduced steel to loggers in the Rockies. A rambunctious Missourian who, after a stint with the OSS flying B-17 bombers during World War II, assisted her husband to establish steel in the High Plains. An Arkansas lawyer. There's there's a bunch more stories in it, but I covered the most important one, the Missouri guy. So I doubt that. Yeah, it's a really good book though. I've gotten into it a couple different times, and it's just a good read. It's something I can put down, and I can go back over and like I've actually read the parts that I'd already read over again, and like would learn new stuff. It was awesome. So yeah, highly suggest that. I got that for Christmas one year from my sister-in-law. So can't say that I was ever looking for that book. It just made its way to me. So thought that was kind of cool. Kind of the same way the sign back here. My cousin gave me that sign. Philip, I didn't even see you sneak in. Okay, let everybody else caught him right on. You like that, Connor? Did you send me this, Connor? Oh, not a problem. All right, not a problem at all. My phone's telling me you got low data. It just wants to. I swear it wants to end this live feed because no live feed ever goes good, especially on my phone anymore. When Mac sold out, we started to use steel back in the day. They were the only dealers that had good saw back. Yeah, definitely. Same way. Um, for those that don't know my history, it's not like I have some partnership with steel or anything. They kind of mean a little more to me because as I was young, I kind of grew up with my dad being a climber, and he always stressed to me, like new saws would make their way into the lineup, and we would use them. Whether it be a customer would give us a saw or he'd buy a saw used or this or that, but they always burnt up. They just always. And then we had our faithful saws that with the steel, and my dad always stressed to me that you get what you pay for. When it comes to those saws, like they fed me as a kid, so I trust them to feed my kid. If that makes any sense to anybody else. I see other brands, I see other chainsaw companies that I think I would like, and I own a Husqvarna. Don't tell anybody, but I do own one. And it's a good running saw. After I messed with it for a little while, it's a pain in the ass to tune them. I don't know if any of you guys know the trick to tuning them, but I actually used a pin. Um, just a regular ballpoint pen you would get from anywhere. You pull the top off of it, and it's still got that little like blue piece at the end, and you just pull the actual pin part out, and then I'm trying to find one so I can kind of show you guys. This is crazy for there not to be a pin right here. There's one. So I'm looking. Need to find like a cheaper version, but that piece. I would use that piece on those pins, and you can tune a Husqvarna with them. So that's what I use. I did a video on it. Yeah, I think about that same thing. Like I I remember one day, I don't know, it was probably maybe a decade ago. I'm really getting into trees, and I'm loving doing trees and this and that, and so that's when I start questioning my dad about things. Why didn't you buy this saw? Why would you buy this? Why do we have to use this because of this? And what a snotty little shit I was, because to think what he had to go through to find a good saw, and then you know pay for them what they cost, and like I don't know, I felt like I understand why things were the way they were now. he couldn't. He kind of bought the steals that he could from the dealerships that were close. And then I still, to this day, as much fun as it is to order things and be able to get exactly what you want, I still stop by the only climbing gear store that I know of, and I like to buy stuff from them because there's nothing like going in and purchasing it. Um, it's kind of a bummer to have to order things offline. You don't get to look at it or check it out, or you know, how are you going to tell the computer, hey, you're going to give me a free hat with this? You can't do that. The computer's like pissed off. You ain't getting nothing for free. You're probably going to get double charged and we're going to lose it in shipping. So, yeah, long story short, I understand why my dad ran the ones that he ran. And then, not every saw that we had was the best saw out there. And they weren't all Pro Series saws. They were saws like the 290. That's where they hold their value with me. I've seen them saws run for years and years and years. I have a 200 right above me that is my dad's. Still runs like a champ. So I don't even know how old that saw is. But yeah, I use what is trust, and I trust steel. So it would be nice if they'd just pay me some money. Damn it, that's what they need to do. But hard hat and gloves. Yeah, I know. Yeah, not even hard hats. My dad wears hard hats now when he works with me and stuff like that. But before that, he would never have wore a hard hat. I never did. So, guys, let's see. Who have a wonderful night. Content. Hey, no, well, that's why I'm here. I'm here if I can answer somebody's questions or help one of you guys. That makes all this worthwhile. So, but guys, I am going to do. Scoot, get over here. Oh, Scoot, there he is. Hey, buddy. Guys, I'm gonna hop off here. I'm sure that there was something that I had plans on doing and saying that I didn't do, but yeah, it is what it is. Oh, hey, okay. I'll ask the few that are still here. I have a cable job where I sound like a cable guy, like I'm gonna go install some DirecTV. Um, I have a cabling job where I could do a video on it. It's I know a lot of guys have maybe installed cables, but I don't know if maybe it's not the old way where you wrap the cable around the tree and maybe use water hose to hold it. It's not like that anymore. If you guys want, I'll do a video on that and actually show you. I built my cabling stuff too. I'm the one that built all it, so I could show you how I did that and then show you the installation and stuff, because that's about all that there is that's worth doing on this video. So if you guys are in, you guys think you'll like it, I'll definitely do a video on it. So yes, happy New Year to you too. Hope everybody stays safe. I'm gonna I still use Whisper because that's awesome. Sam, happy New Year, buddy. Oh, that's awesome, Anthony. That's cool. I love it. Yeah, we're using we got a cable together two large spars. So um I'm gonna do a video for you guys on that. Okay, uh I'll show you. I'll do a video on it. I'll show you the whole thing. I built the yeah, lag bolts nowadays. Yep. Um, we're using um oh shoot, I think I know it's bigger than 3/8, maybe 5/16 or something like that. It's something weird, but yeah, it's coated and to hold up in the weather. But yeah, I did. I built the whole thing, built the ends, all everything, and put it together. And I'm going to show you the way that I do it, and it's easier to adjust because a lot of people will do two pieces of cable and then the tensioner here in the middle where they tension. Instead, I'm going to do it different, and so not so many connections and possible points of failure. And it'll be easier on me as the installer to tighten and connect. So my phone's going dead. Guys, thank you. I hope you guys have a killer year. You'll hear a lot from me. I got one coming soon. Stay safe, and thank you all for hanging out and giving me your time. Happy New Year.